guys, welcome back to Skin Deep 101. It's your girl Renee, and today I'm gonna be continuing my series on SPFs. Yes, I'll be reviewing both chemical and physical sunscreens, high end and low end, to see what are the best options out there for us with darker skin tones. And today the brand I'm gonna be looking at is Supergoop. Yay! So I have 3 sunscreens or SPFs from Supergoop that I'll be reviewing today. Their cult favorite, the Unseen Sunscreen. I'm super excited to see this one. The Defense Refresh Resetting Mist. So this is a spray. And this is their Everyday Play Lotion, SPF 50. So I'm going to be testing all 3 on the skin today to see which one works best. So if you want to see, stay tuned. Alright guys, so I just wanted to introduce this little kit to you. Offered by Supergoop, that has their 3 minis in there: the Unseen Sunscreen, the Defense Refresh Resetting Mist, and the Play Everyday Lotion. So it comes in this little packaging, and it's sold for like $28 before shipping and taxes, so it would run you about $30 something for these 3 minis. Not sure how long these would really last, because you're really supposed to use a lot of SPF. So I'm thinking at all times you're going to be using 2 at a time, the SPF and then the resetting mist, which you would more than likely apply throughout the day. So this may not last for a very long time, but it is a good starter kit. So I always encourage persons, if you want to go into a brand or start using products from a brand, start with their minis, with these little kits. So it's a good way to see if the product will work for you without having to spend a lot of coin. So I'm going to be testing all 3, and I'm going to be starting with the Play Everyday Lotion, and it's SPF 50, and it is broad spectrum. So that means it's giving you coverage from both UVA and UVB rays, and it is also PA++++, and it's water and sweat resistant for 80 minutes. And it says it's reef safe, it's non-irritating, and no fragrance. So, and it's vegan, so not bad. I'm gonna be looking at the ingredients to see if there's anything in particular that needs to be called out. Water is listed as the first ingredient. Of course, the active ingredients in an SPF are usually avobenzone, it says 3%, homosalate 10%, all those usual sunscreen ingredients. And then the inactive ingredients now would be water. I'm seeing glycerin. I'm seeing citric acid as the last ingredient. I know citric acid can be potentially irritating as well for some persons, but the fact that it's last on the list means there's not a lot of it in there, so I don't know that should be a problem. But yeah, those are the call outs I have so far. So I'm gonna go ahead and test this one now. So it's 1 ounce of product, 30 milliliters. So I'm gonna go ahead now and put a little in my hands, and I don't know if you can see the consistency. It's very runny, and it's pretty white, and it's runny as well. As you can see in my hands, it's starting to run already. So I'm gonna start off with that amount, and then I'll see if I need to apply more. So it's quite light, it's very lightweight. This has a little fragrance. Oh, it does say with sunflower extract, so I think that's the smell. Yeah, it does give me that sunflower smell. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply. By the way, I've already cleansed my face, so I can just go right ahead, and I moisturize as well. I'm just going right ahead with my sunscreen. This one is quite clear. It doesn't have a cast, obviously, but so far I definitely am drawing my conclusion on this one. But I'm just gonna go ahead and apply some more, and then I'll give you my thoughts on this. So you're really supposed to be using a lot of sunscreen, so I always like to start off with a little first and then use a lot to see how long it would take to really absorb into the skin and if it has a finish. Alright, so this is how it looks so far. So it doesn't have a cast, which is not bad, but it's a chemical sunscreen, so that's to be expected. But it is very heavy on the skin. I don't know, did it say it was lightweight? Because it doesn't feel light. So it doesn't have a cast, but it's definitely a hydrating sunscreen. I've definitely picked that up so far. Let me look if it says anything in particular on the packaging. I'm not seeing anything about being hydrating, but somebody with oily skin like myself, I don't know that this would be a sunscreen we could wear every day. I like the fact that it doesn't have a cast, but it has to be using some other products to help keep down the shine. It's quite shiny. And the sunflower scent, I don't know if some persons would like that as well. So this is the Play SPF 50 Everyday Lotion. If you have dry skin, I definitely think you need to try this one. I really like this for dry skin, not for oily skin. Alright, so I'm moving on to the second one now, and that is the Defense Refresh Resetting Mist. And the resetting would suggest that it is to be used to reset or to reapply, and not necessarily your first application in the morning. It says, oh, something I need to call out on the spray. It says you're supposed to apply generously and evenly 15 minutes before you're exposed to the sun, which is something that you have to do for chemical sunscreens, and then you reapply after 40 minutes of swimming or sweating. Alright, so that's basically that. But the first thing I noticed about the inactive ingredients, the first thing listed is alcohol, and it says DENAT, which means denatured, so it's denatured alcohol. And basically the purpose of that is to dry or to have some form of mattifying effect. So you know, it's commonly used in skincare products to help stabilize the ingredients. It basically preserves the product, but it's also used as a drying agent. So that's not necessarily a good thing, but while it has its benefits, you know, some of these things aren't necessarily what the skin needs, but we're still gonna give it a try. So I'm taking off the packaging. Never before used. As you can see, I'm very shiny, so that's why I said display, not for my skin. But if you're super dry, like dry patches and stuff, this is definitely so far an SPF I'm liking for dry skin. As you can see, no cast. Alright, so it's a spray, and I'm just gonna spray it to see, you know, what the texture is like. Okay. Alright, so it's pretty, yeah. I'm getting a not a strong fragrance, but does have a little scent, but it's not so strong. I like the idea of a spray though. It's something that I've always wanted to explore, you know, something apart from a cream that we're accustomed to. I like the idea of the spray, but I don't know that I'm liking that alcohol thing as an ingredient listed there. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and reapply and apply it rather over the last one. Okay. I don't know if I applied too much, and I don't know that I'm gonna be seeing the effects of this over the everyday lotion, because you know, it's making me so shiny. I don't know that anything can combat this shine right now, but this one I will have to test, you know, during the week after I've applied my SPF. I could maybe test this before I go out on the road as my second application. But it doesn't feel bad. I don't feel anything different, you know, there's no tingle or anything like that. So This one I will have to test throughout the week and give you another update on this. Which brings me to my final SPF now, and that is the Unseen Sunscreen. So I'm excited about this one, but I want to apply this one to a clean canvas. So I'm going to cleanse my face and reapply my moisturizer, and then I'm going to come back and test this one, so stick around. Alright guys, so I'm back and I just cleansed my face with my Fenty Skin, which is now my new favorite cleanser that I'm using at the moment. I'm testing it out. So I just cleansed my face with that, and then I'm now going to be applying my CeraVe PM Facial Moisturizing Lotion. And yes, even though it's daytime, I still use this in the day right before my SPF because it's super lightweight and I like that about it. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to apply my moisturizer. And then I'm gonna be testing out my Unseen Sunscreen. So the Unseen Sunscreen is SPF 40, and it's also broad spectrum, and it says it's a weightless, colorless, scentless, oil-free formula for a face that leaves a velvety soft finish. It also acts as a makeup gripping primer that's perfect for all skin tones. Right, so I think what's outstanding about Unseen Sunscreen is that maybe this is like the first sunscreen that absolutely has, before I say that, let me just show you. No color. It looks clear. So I think all the hype about it is that if it looks like this on the hand, then more than likely it will not have any cast on the face, right? So it does have a little fragrance, but nothing strong at all. It does have a little scent. So I'm just gonna go ahead now and apply it. It's not very thick. It really does feel like a primer. Oh yes, guys. This looks like an oily skin's best friend. The idea is after you've applied your sunscreen, you don't want your face to take a dramatic change or turn in terms of the look. And I don't know, but my face looks exactly the same way. I'm gonna go ahead and apply some more. Of course, this one is very little. This is a half ounce, 15 milliliters, so that's not gonna last you maybe even a week, but it's just to see how it will look on the skin. And boy, guys, this is amazing. Wow, my skin looks exactly the same way that it looked right after cleansing. I haven't been able to find a product that when I go through all 50 steps, my face looks the same way. Or does it look that way to you? Because it certainly looks like my face is just really velvety soft. It's not matte, whereas it feels, dried out, but it is really just, it's not shiny any at all. I don't know, guys. Unseen Sunscreen, is it worth the hype? You can hear my final thoughts right after this. Alright guys, so my final thoughts on this SPF kit from Supergoop. Is it worth the purchase? Definitely. Because of the price point, it's definitely worth a try. But more than likely, of the three, you won't be able to use one. So if your skin is dry, you'd be able to use the Play Everyday Lotion and the Resetting Mist. If your skin is oily, then you'll be able to use the Unseen Sunscreen and the Defense Mist. So of the three, you know that you'll benefit from two, and then you may have to give the other one away. So for me personally, these two definitely I can use. I can't use the Play because it's gonna leave me very, very oily, as you would have seen, and you can see the difference with the Unseen Sunscreen. My individual thoughts, again, I can't really test this one. I'll have to see how it performs throughout the day in terms of resetting. If after I've applied it, if it's gonna look runny, or if it's going to make me sweat, So this one is yet to be proven. The play, as I said, this is definitely for dry skin. So if you have very dry skin, this is definitely a good option because it does not have a cast and it's SPF 50, so it's very good coverage and excellent for dry skin. Definitely try this one, guys. The unseen sunscreen, I don't need to tell you that this is my favorite, right? This is definitely the best SPF I've tested so far. Really nice finish. I can use a whole lot and not worry about it, you know, looking cakey and ashy and white. No tint, nothing. It's amazing. So it's not the cheapest, but definitely worth a try, which is why I said the set is worth trying for $30 something, because the unseen sunscreen alone is gonna run you $30 something. That's the price point. So it's not the cheapest SPF, but for me personally, it doesn't make sense you spend tens of thousands of dollars on all those other products if you can't invest in a good sunscreen. So this is definitely something I'm willing to invest in. Even though it's $30 something, I will definitely be adding this to my routine very, very soon. I really like this one. This one, of course, is a nice value. I think this one is sold for about $20 something, the small size, and it goes up to 30 something. Same thing for the mist. It's about usually sold for about $30 something. So are these worth it? Definitely. Supergoop, you know, they're specializing in SPF and sunscreens. Definitely a brand worth checking out if you want to invest in good SPF, so you can start to see those results. Because remember, guys, correcting hyperpigmentation and uneven skin tone and correcting acne scars, it's not a one-off product. It's a process, you know, exfoliating, treating, and of course protecting your skin from the sun. So guys, I'm super happy and excited about this one. I'm glad I tried it. I'm just loving it. So please try to get your hands on one of this set. Thank you so much for watching today, guys.